Alright everybody, a little something different for the channel. So we also do detailing on the side, me and my brother. So we were gonna kind of give you guys a little tour and show you what we do and how this car is gonna come out. This is one of the ladies from our church. It sits under trees. It hasn't been done in a long time, so she wanted to get it all cleaned up for winter. We're gonna get a coat of wax on the whole thing, protect that from the winter and all the snow, all your acid rain and stuff. Usually good to do it at least once or twice a year, so we're gonna get the whole thing cleaned up for her. I'm gonna clay bar all the whole car because it's got a lot of stuff on it. Probably have to buff some of it out, we'll see. Try to get these stains out of here on the seats. Johnny's starting to vacuum the trunk pad out. We'll get all that cleaned out of here. So we wanted to kind of show you guys what it looked like first, and then give you step by step and then a final of what the car is going to look like. All right, so here we go. We're using a Spray 9. This is an automotive disinfectant, kind of an all surface cleaner. Gonna wipe down our dashboard first so that I don't have to worry about getting the rest of the rags dirty when I go to clean the windshield. Alright, be very generous with your cleaning products. I'm gonna get in all these windshield cracks. It's kind of hard to get in here, so I'm gonna use a squeegee, little putty knife or something, try to get inside of here, get all this cleaned out. As you can see, all the mildew around the windshield, around the windows. So we're gonna get all that cleaned up after we get this done. All right. Get in all the air vents in here. Make sure all those are clean. Okay. Get around, get all these. So another thing you guys could do, popsicle stick, put your rag on the end of it. You can get inside all these little crevices. Make sure you can get nice and way down in there. All these little tiny spots hard to reach that you kind of can't get your finger in normally. You can get your rag down in there so you can clean it all up. Okay, around all, like, in these crevices, in between your, radios, all those lines. You guys can get in there with that, or also use putty knife, whatever works, whatever you have. And get everything vacuumed out first. Got that soaking. Try to get it way in there with our vacuum. Got the smaller attachment on it so I can get in there and try to clean most of that stuff out. Okay, so I'll keep going. Finish cleaning our console out. So I'm sitting here kneeling down, and it's cold out, but there's a wasp nest they like to make in the door. So good thing nothing was in there during the summer. Alright, get in here, clean all the dash cluster, get our popsicle stick, really try to dig in and clean that out in there. Might even have to let it soak, but we'll get that all cleaned out. Show you guys what that looks like. Then else you can always use also toothbrush. They make, these are different wire brushes. These are in different coarse to, this is real soft actually, even though it looks hard, but they got those. You could buy brushes, you could buy all kinds of stuff. They make ones that you could buy online in store, but this is stuff you guys probably have at home. Old toothbrushes and different things you can use. So I'll show you that kind of stuff. Glass cleaner, window cleaner. This is an invisible glass thing that you can buy. They make the spray for it too. It's just so you can get down into the corners. Now mind you, if you see anything, it's also from the outside because we haven't washed that yet. You can kind of start any way you want. You can start clean your inside first, clean your outside, however you want to do it.
Right.
Yep. Go over with that. And then I'll take a rag afterwards, put a rag over top of this, and make sure there's no streak marks or nothing. Alright. Leave that on there. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is take these floor mats out of here, get those cleaned up, wash them off, hit it with some soap, scrub them down, that way they can start drying before I throw them back in the car. I might take those out and get those. Alright, so I'm going to hose these off, rinse them. I'll really hit these while I'm not videoing. Soap. Spray them all good. Let it soak in for a little while. Get your brush. Brush them down. Okay. Then those can sit and dry while you're doing the rest of the car. I'm going to throw those inside because it's kind of starting to drizzle a little bit, so go to the next ones. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is polish these headlights up. Okay, you're going to use 1000 first, sandpaper, wet dry. Then you're going to use 2500. Then we're going to take our machine, take the polisher. Kind of starting to get water on them, but that's alright. So I can see it. So we'll polish those up, see what those look like next. Then I can wash the whole car, that way afterwards the polish gets on it, don't matter, I'll wash it off anyway. Okay? Sand it all down, do that till you don't see any more of the dirt and yellow coming off of the light. With your 1000, you want it like, you know, clear, and then you're gonna hit it with your 2500, take all the 1000 scratches out. Then you use your rubbing compound or your B polish for your machine. Alright, so we sanded this one down. You could see it's dull,
it's
right?
Got a haze
so
on
it's
it
got
now.
a haze. So then you're gonna use 3M machine polish. B on that, because you can see all the dirt comes out of it and everything. Don't need a lot. You know, cover it a little bit. Put it with the machine. You can touch the paint on the car, but when you're doing it, don't leave it on here and try to hit your edges because you'll burn the paint. And you can see it gets a clear shine to it. Brand new. Okay. I'll start doing the other one now. Alright, so there's this side's done, this side ain't. Usually we do them both at the same time, but we'll show you guys comparisons. So there you go.
Big, like brand new.
This one's wet, that's why I doesn't look as hazed, but you know.
It's still not good.
No. So you'll see when that one's done. I'll show you guys when you're sanding it, right? All your dirt and it'll come out like yellowish. When it all comes out, you know, white with your 1000, then you use your 2500. Scuff it real quick all over. Make sure you get it good, and then you're good to go to polish it. All right. rinsing it, get it wet first. Now we're washing it down, soap, scrubbing it. I'm gonna get back in here inside the trunk, wash all that out. Took the mat out of here so that don't get wet. Okay. All right, get these mats cleaned up. Scrub them all down. All right. All right, hose these off. Get them all clean, let them dry. I'm gonna wipe the car down next. And that's it. All right, so now we got it all washed off, all the heavy mildew and everything. We're gonna take our clay bar, go over it. And you have to do this with a wet surface. You could do this with detailer and spray it as you go, wiping it down. Or right after you washed it, and then you keep hosing it down. And you'll feel it after where it sticks and pulls all the stuff off. And then when it gets smooth, you can keep going. Just so it gives it a nice clean surface before we put our wax on. Okay, and then you hose it all off when you're done.
And you're doing the whole car with that, right? The
Yeah.
whole car and the
whole
windshield,
car,
the head, everything.
Everything you can do with this. You can hear it once it's smooth.
All right.
Yep. Alright, we're going to get these floors vacuumed up. Johnny's doing the back right now. So you can also vacuum up your, debris off the top, the heavy stuff. And then afterwards you can go in with a thick brush, or we have an attachment on the vacuum anyway. That's a brush. And then you can go in, loosen up all the dirt that's stuck in the carpet too as you're vacuuming. And get all the deep dirt that's in there. Brush all the carpet up now. Loosen all the dirt up. And then you can vacuum all that out. Do it as you're vacuuming. Then we can go in there and do our shampoo. I'm gonna start wiping down all the door jams. So while he's doing that. Alright, so we're gonna shampoo this seat using a carpet cleaner. Here, show them what it looks like, Johnny. Pick it up at Walmart. They make a turtle wax stuff at like auto parts store. They got a brush on them and stuff. Start shampooing that up. Show you what it looks like on the... Okay. We'll get all that going and do the top of the rest of the seat. Now we're getting all this dirt out behind the window. It's all from sitting under the trees. Okay, get all that out of there. Yeah. There it goes.
There's a lot. Oh, man.
It's a lot of dirt and pollen and mildew and look at all that. I have to rewash this whole thing. I'll get the rag now and go in. Putting our wax on, cleaner wax. I don't like to use the liquid stuff. Smear it on there. When the paint's real dry, you gotta keep putting wax on them, so. Alright, so we got the whole car waxed. So now we're gonna let it haze over. We're gonna give it a little while, and then we'll come back and we'll take it off, alright? Alright, so let it haze over for a little while. I went in and ate some lunch while I was waiting. So if you're sitting here waiting for it, it's gonna take a little while depending on what the temperature is too. You want the wax to just kind of, when you rub your finger across it, to kind of crumble. And then you know that the wax is dried and everything, and you can take it off. That's how I like to have it on there. So I got my other pad on it, knock all the heavy stuff off, and then I'll go over, wipe it all down with a rag after. And then you can wipe all this stuff off and really get to it, but you don't have to take all the wax off first with just a rag, even though you can do that anyway. Just take most of it off. Okay. That's what it's gonna look like. Alright, we do all our back to black, McGuire's, all the trim pieces on the bottom. Depending on how faded they are, you might have to give it a couple of coats after you get it on. Not gonna hurt if you put too much on it. Okay, I'm gonna get all the trim done, and then last thing to do, I'm just gonna hit the tires with some cleaner, and that's it.
You can see yourself in the car now.
Yeah. All right, spray the tires, jet black, all the way around. looks good. We're gonna do the other one. And we'll roll the car up a little bit so we can get the bottoms. Okay. Alright guys, all finished. Like a mirror now. Smooth. Inside. All nice and clean. Got our mats back in it. Got all our black done. Look at that. Okay. Beautiful. Last thing, throw a little bit of your favorite air freshener in there. A couple sprays, car scents, whatever you want to do. Orange smell we got. So that's it. So hope you guys like this. Hope it helps a little bit. And if you guys ever need a detail or anything, we're in Millville, or give us a call. Any tips? Hope you guys like and subscribe.